Nollywood filmmaker Don Pedro Obaseki has lambasted the former national chairman of the APC, Adams Oshomole, for having the moral right to question the academic certificate of Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki. Don Pedro, who is a cousin to Governor Obaseki, said Oshomole does not even have a primary school certificate before calling him an educated but enlightened illiterate. Responding to issues raised by the APC about Governor Obaseki's certificate and if the Edo people should be worried about it, Don Pedro said the Edo people need not to worry about the governor's certificate. He said they should instead be worried about the certificate of the people in the opposition, the APC. He asked that the allegation raised by Adams Oshomole that Governor Obaseki does not have a certificate is laughable. He said findings in 2012 revealed that Oshomole does not even have a primary school certificate and then adds that he is an enlightened illiterate who cannot run for any political office again in Nigeria. On the issue of Gani Audu, the running mate of Pastor Sageze Iyamu being embroiled in multiple personality scandal, and if it could lead to a repeat of what happened in Bayelsa, Don Pedro said the scandal involving Eze Iyamu's running mate is even worse than that of Bayelsa because the multiple names linked to Mr. Gani Audu are not expressly expressed. The Supreme Court in February disqualified and withdrew the certificates of return of APC governorship candidates in Bayelsa, David Leon, and his running mate, Bilba Rakuma Degi Erimioyo, a day to their swearing-in. The Apex Court made the decision because Bilba Kuruma Degi Erimioyo presented forged certificates to INEC. The Edo governorship election will take place next week, Saturday. Well, I think we are getting somewhere. We are going somewhere. But what baffles me, if Oshomole never had a primary school certificate, how come did he become the governor? You know, one thing, another thing that came to mind when I was asking this question is that, you know that when you are with the people, when you are with the so-called people, when you are in the good book of the power that be, all of your efforts, and all of your errors, and all of your flaws, they won't look at it. It's because when they now know that you are now a threat, they will now begin to look for anything, everything possible to nail you. Because it could be that there has been covering up here and there. The ones that they say they have certificates and the ones that do not have, there has been covering up here and there. That is what we have been having. We've been doing a kind of cover up. That is why you see that what happens or what works for this particular person at the other side, if somebody does worse things, they will look at the other side. They won't want to say anything. Just the same way we are complaining about the Fulani S-men with all the atrocities they have been committing. Have you seen any of them arrested? But when they go to Southeast, they will begin to blow hot. They will begin to blow hot. See what Burutai said, that if care is not taken, that any more attempt, they will declare that zone state of emergency. But see what is happening in Borno State, Kaduna, and other places in those regions. Have they done anything? No, they won't say anything. So it's possible that they might be looking at the other side because it baffles one. One does not have a primary school certificate because they will tell you, oh, if you can read and write, if you just attend. What kind of a country that the criteria for you to vie for any position is just for you to attend if you can read and write? If you just attend, if whether you failed out or whatever, so far you can read and write. That is the criteria now. And you want this country to move forward. And when children, they will be encouraging children to learn, to go to school. And somebody who does not even, who is a failure, who has failed out, whether he failed is a school start failure, they will say, because you just attended, they will do all manner of things to get in there. And when they get there, that's why you see Nigeria the way it is now. No substance. Well, so it's possible because if you guys know all of this, then they did not bring it to limelight. It did not generate heat the way it's generating now. When it came to the issue of when it came to the point that they are accusing the governor that he didn't have this, he had this, he did not have this. Oshomole said, oh, he never knew. So now they are all exposing themselves, but they were all together. They were all together. Nobody said anything. When they began to separate or begin to have problem or they are quarreling, that is when you begin to hear them spilling out everything that they have covered. Because I'm surprised that at this age and time, somebody will now be saying Oshomole never had a primary school certificate and he was the governor. Let's even leave a student labor union position he was occupying. But as a governor 2 times, then how come? How did he? How was he able to skate through? How was he able to skate through? That is what we have been having. But as the case of, but the case of Audu, let's see how it's going to play out, because all of them are saying nothing is happening, nothing did happen, nothing did happen. If they did not take care of their house, and at the end of the day, if they get on Shele, who are they going to blame? Because the reason why they screened out Obaseki was that they didn't want a repeat of what happened in Bayelsa State. And from what Pedro is saying, that even this Iyamu and his running mate is even worse than that one. How do we justify that? Well, Don Pedro, your brother Obaseki had 3 credits in WASC and also claimed to have a HSC. Obaseki refused to produce the HSC. Okay. Someone else says, and so compare to Ghani's own. How many as your presidents? Does Ushomole have one? Somebody saying that, they are responding. Their supporters are always coming out to just say this thing, but state the obvious. Both, we always talk about both parties, but some people you come here, of course, they are free to do that because these are the people who are still supporting and defending politicians, and by their statements, you will know them. And see, somebody said that this man does not have a credit. He has only 3 credits. And some people are saying, even if he has only 3 credits, how many does the president have? Their president that they are fronting. And how many does Ushumole himself have? Because that is what they are responding to. Their supporters are always coming out to defend themselves. Let the press invite both for public debate. Obaseki versus Ushumole. Let's see who will fail. Someone say Ushumole will fail because no certificate. Obaseki is not a match to Ushumole in any way. Take it or leave it. Okay, without being told, everybody knows that Adams Oshomole is an Agbiru after being a tailor for many years. That is why he finds it difficult to understand or know the meaning of someone being a graduate. Has the University of Ibadan authority spoken on Governor Baseki's qualification? Just leave him alone with his blindfolded cohort because he has enough stolen money to give them. But I tell you, money or no money, they are losing in the September 19 election. Governor Godwin Obaseki 4+4. But the question is that how come, because somebody has not answered the question, how come did he skate through in becoming the governor 2 times without having a school certificate? But just like I said, maybe they are just trying to cover up, or they are saying, oh, if you just attend, whether you get certificate or not, that is how they have they have brought down, they have lowered down the how will I put it, the integrity of our education. That is the best way I can put it, and that's what I can even remember. They have brought it to the, it has no value. How can you just say somebody just attend because he attend, then he can vie for? Then what kind of mentality does the person, what kind of high Q is the person going to apply when the person gets there? And that's why we are seeing what we are seeing. No high Q. Some of them even think that they even go to school, yet they can't even reason because of a corruption, because of greed. Someone say, who made Obaseki the governor? Who made him? Someone say, then who made Oshomole? Okay, someone say, who made Obaseki? Someone has an answer, say, it is God that made him. Somebody is not asking again, then who made Oshomole? Obaseki has the same character, such as betrayer, disrespectful, dull, treason, and so on. That is why their forefathers betrayed the Benin Kingdom. This Don Pedro doesn't even know what certificate is. Instead of him to advise his brother to pack his belongings in advance, nobody's even saying anything about whether Oshomole has a primary school certificate or not. It is a common knowledge, or it is obvious that he doesn't have it, because those who are defending them now, they have not even said anything. But come to think of it, some who are saying that he does not have he just 3 credits. And the school accepted it. I think the school should be blamed if you think that he only has 3 credits, but the school accepted him, a reputable school at that, University of Ibadan, and people are complaining. So guys, let's say your opinion. Leave your comment below and let us know your thoughts.